whether or not I think it's going to be good for the game. What I think the changes that the game are going to potentially have, and the overall tone of Destiny 2 moving forward and to Destiny 3. We're also going to play a little bit of Crucible while we're doing it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is why people are excited that Bungie is split from Activision. One, it does seem that Activision pushes microtransactions a lot. They do it in Call of Duty. They do it in, most of their other franchises, although the only one they really have left is Call of Duty. And I believe that some of the excitement is from that. The other part of the excitement is that Bungie wants this to be a live service, which means that updates can come out at any time as soon as they're done, and you don't have to wait and things like that. And what that means, really, is that they don't have to wait on an annual release schedule for their big updates. They can just release them at any time. When they're done, they can push send and go live instantly. So, I think a lot of frustration with Destiny 2 is that the kind of staleness of the game once an update drops and you get through the content, you get through another update, and then that update stalls and you get through another update and so on and so forth, right? So the alleviation of that, where they can just go, oh, the game's getting a little stale, let's do something. I think they're going to enjoy that. I think that's why people within Bungie are so happy. And I think you'll see that reflect in how they stage their updates moving forward. Maybe not in the near future. So maybe give them a good 6 months to get everything organized the way that they want it, instead of working on the same timetable as Activision. Another thing that I think is important to note about this separation is that Activision only has one title left, Call of Duty. I mentioned this briefly a second ago, but that says a lot about a publisher when it only has one major franchise. Now, granted, Activision is still partnered with Blizzard, but Blizzard pretty much functions as its own thing. And maybe the only thing that they do is to push it to market, which I guess you could argue is kind of big, but they don't have their hands on that game at all. None of the Blizzard games, be it StarCraft, World of Warcraft, anything like that, right? And I think that's good because it forces Activision to reevaluate its, portfolio. Maybe you'll see them change their ways a little bit. Maybe you'll see them have a more hands-off approach when it comes to publishing, because quite frankly, that's what I think all publishers should do.
Clash.
I'm just throwing that out there. I think all publishers shouldn't be telling their developers exactly how to do things, because I think it's bad for their product.
Execute all targets.
And I think that
make sure you're still
overall,
when the dust
when you're
settles.
looking at Activision as a place of business, it's just straight bad business to water down. Oh man, I got the rapidly slide shot immediately. But it's just overall bad business to wow, you got me again. It's just overall bad business to water down content in any way, shape, or form. It's bad business to allow yourself the misfortune of aligning with a company that makes it so that you can't be as good as you could possibly be. I think that can be said fairly easily. I want to say that Bungie has learned a lesson here, but time will tell. I want to say that I believe Bungie will be a better company for this separation, but once again, time will tell. And I believe that over the course of time, Bungie will make sure that going forward, most of their PR is good, because they need it to be, quite frankly. They can't afford any more setbacks for their company. And another setback would kill Bungie. It just would. one of the big things going forward that I want to say about this separation is that Bungie needs home runs from now on. The next big expansion, and I'm not talking about these little mini expansions that they've gotten used to pushing out. The next big one has to be major. Oh, I missed everything there. And I mean, like, Forsaken was pretty major. Don't get me wrong, Forsaken was great. But this has to be on another level, in my opinion, to make it. You know? It has to be on a level that will allow Bungie to be like, see guys, this is what we're capable of. We're not tethered down. This is what we can do when things are going the way we think that they should go. And not how a place is telling us that content needs to be structured. So, be very mindful of that, you know, because they want Destiny 3 to be big. Because they're apparently going to be self-publishing Destiny 3. So Destiny 3's got to be a home run for them. And if it's not, then as a company, they're going to have to reevaluate what they do. Maybe shrink down a little bit, maybe tighten up, maybe go back to Halo if they can get it. You know, that sort of thing. But, I really do believe that the place as a whole, that is Destiny, that is Bungie, will be free of most of their restrictive burdens and be able to create better content for people. Oh, reload. That was terrible. One last note before I stop on that topic is when you get a company like Bungie who has made games that people love, all the Halo games, Destiny 1, almost down the line, people had nothing but good things to say about the ending or the middle part of Destiny 1. It was all great. People were so looking forward to this game in Destiny 2. And they didn't know what to do with themselves, quite frankly. Right? We all got on the hype train. We believed that it was going to be great. Almost without really thinking about it. Because I think most people didn't realize that the start of Destiny 1 was kind of bad. You know, until the Taken King came out, most people didn't mess with Destiny. Because I guess you assumed that they would have learned their lesson, so to speak.
5 minutes.
Man, I couldn't jump away. And I think that people believed that Bungie would be like, oh, well, this is how we're supposed to do everything right here. You know, once they got the Taken King release, they thought, oh, okay, this is what it's like. And for the most part, with the rest of Destiny 1, that's exactly what happened. You know, most people just were like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do this. We can just release these big updates that are, you know, offering, like, huge changes to our business and to make sure that the game doesn't feel stale. We release these content updates that bring new life into the game, etc., etc. We can do that, you know? But then Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 came out, and it was a lot like Destiny 1.5, and it even took things away that people enjoyed about Destiny 1. Some of the classes were so different, and I think they were balanced in a way, which I don't think was good, because in a game like this, it's all about your climb to power. You want to feel as powerful as humanly possible, or, you know, as robotly possible, I guess. And I think that some of that may have been Activision saying to them, hey guys, you know, what are you doing here? You don't want, you know, to change the way that people play the game when they choose different things. You don't want to do that. You want to maintain one vision all the way through because it makes people feel more comfortable with your offering. So we'll see. You know, there's been some talk that Destiny 3 will be more RPG-like, which means it'll be less on the realism, you know, less on the balance, and more on numbers, more on just overall. Sorry guys, I had to concentrate there for a second. More in the way of, I don't know, I guess raw, like, functionality would be the wrong word, but things that make that game a lot easier to play if you're an RPG fan. So less reliance on the fact that PvP is, you know, quote unquote the backbone of the game. I don't really believe that PvP is the backbone of the game. There's a lot of people who do. A lot of the people who play this game and don't want to worry about stats and things like that will tell you about PvP. Well, I missed everything. I thought I had told her that. They'll tell you that PvP is the backbone of the game. But I think more players are worried about stuff like the Forge. More players are worried about stuff like getting, you know, the sleeper or getting whatever the cool exotic is that, you know, people want at the time. The Forge exotic, the Izagon, Burden, the Jotun, things like that. People want that. You know what I mean? They don't care about just doing PvP 24/7. Sure, PvP is nice. I do PvP occasionally, but my bread and butter is stuff like the Forge, stuff like you know, the raids when I can get people together to do them, that sort of deal. So I'm wondering if Destiny 3 is going to scale back
Hit them hard.
on what is most important in the game, whether it be complete balance or, you know, the game's not even really balanced. If you really look at it, it's not that balanced. Oh, Thunder crashed both of us. That was rough. So there are things in this game that are not balanced at all. And I think that people have to realize that they're not balanced. By the way, in case you guys are wondering, I'm doing this commentary 100% live while I'm playing the game. So, yeah. But I believe that Destiny 2 is in better hands now. I believe that the vision that Bungie has for the game will be wholly their own. If given anything by their track record with games like Halo, etc., Bungie will do a good job in making sure that their vision comes to fruition. I can't believe we won that game. I can't believe we won that game. I did horribly, so yeah, but the game is going to be Bungie's
and you spat in them.
mission now.
Fiend.
They're not going to have anyone else telling them what to do, and they're not going to be beholden to a master about when to stage their updates, when to bring content out, when to make sure people are ready for something. They're just going to do what they want. You know, things are going to take how long they take, things are going to be how fast they are. I think that's hugely important for a game like Destiny. Alright guys, so that's my deal on Destiny. I had a really bad KD right here. That was terrible. But that's my thing on Destiny. Alright? If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, let me know. Comment section on YouTube. You can hit the maker at Darkside V, you know, mixer. Dot, where is it slash? I think it's mixer.com/ Darkside _ V. But that's how you do. And I sure know a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be doing this video today. And you got to catch there. That shit fun working with me, trying to grind content, that sort of thing. with me. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube if you're new. Hit